What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a brand new video, and I know all of you are happy today because Chelsea have beaten Everton 6-0. How has this happened? Genuinely, how has this happened? I mean, I'm sure every single Chelsea fan was underconfident going into this game, thinking it's going to be like the Burnley or the Sheffield game, but we've managed to beat them 6-0. We've kept a clean sheet. We haven't kept a clean sheet since February, I think. So that's another pretty good record that we've updated. You know, we've kept a clean sheet after so damn long. And we've scored 6. We've scored 6 in the Premier League, not against a championship team. So they can't keep saying that anymore, the rivals. We've actually scored 6, conceded 0, gotten a win in the Premier League. And we all have to thank Mr. Palmer, of course. What can this man not do? He scored a perfect hat-trick. Left foot, right foot, header, and a penalty to top it off. This man is absolutely unbelievable. I have no idea where we would have been without Cole Palmer. We would have been 15th or 16th or something. He is now joint top with Erling Haaland. And this proves that it wasn't just a one-time thing. That he was, second top scorer. He is at the top. He's maintaining his position at the top. All the other guys scored this weekend. He scored 4. He's now at the top. Joint top with Haaland. Palmer could actually win the Golden Boot. And today marked him becoming the first player for Chelsea since Diego Costa to score 20 goals in a Premier League season, which is absolutely insane. So a lot to talk about this game, guys. If you enjoyed, do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. So talking about the game, it starts off, of course, Palmer with some brilliant skill. The first goal was amazing. Nutmegs Branthwaite, flicks it to Jackson. Jackson with some brilliant work to get back to Palmer, slots it in bottom corner, makes it look easy against Pickford, 1-0. And then no one's getting overly excited because we know the possibility of what's coming. But by the way, good job Jackson. He's gotten two assists and a goal today. I mean, fair play to Jackson because Jackson's been going really under the radar. He has been collecting goals and assists. He really has been scoring and assisting a lot in the last few months ever since AFCON. And he is going under the radar. I'm pretty sure he has almost 19, I think, goal contributions this season, which is not bad for the flop they made him out to be. And then moving on to the second goal, Cole Palmer. Mudryk down the left wing, passes it into Jackson, who makes a good effort to take the shot, gets saved by Pickford, he's there, heads it in, 2-0, happy days, and now we're getting kind of confident because it's really early. Next up is the third goal, which is of course just pure Palmer brilliance, nothing else that can be said. It's just the genius, the mental awareness, the skill to be able to get the ball, first time, weak foot, chip it over Pickford, and it just lands into the goal. Mind blown. This guy is unbelievable. Cole Palmer is going to be a Chelsea legend. It doesn't matter if he even leaves at the end of the season. For what he's done this season, he is a Chelsea legend. Next up is the fourth goal where Cucurella crosses it in, and Jackson, for the poor finisher, everyone's been complaining about, he actually manages to get it control, turns, shoots it into the bottom corner. Pickford can't get there, and he scored. So Jackson is not a flop. I've said it so many times on this channel. Jackson is not a flop. He's done really well this season. As I said, 19 goal contributions already. He's going to do good in the next few seasons. I'm genuinely convinced he's going to be a good player. And this is what I keep talking about, guys. The assist from Cucurella. Even Chilwell got an assist later on. So good to see both the left backs firing again. Gilchrist got a goal, of course, more on that later. This is why we need the fullbacks. Against Sheffield, we had no fullbacks and we had no attacking momentum at all. This is why we need proper fullbacks to stay fit, to keep playing, to give us that attacking momentum. Because today, Gusto returned back to the side. You immediately see the difference. The fullbacks help out massively, especially Gusto's connection with Palmer. We have to preserve that right side. But today, the interesting thing is, Palmer, normally when he plays from the middle, at cam or centre forward, he plays bad. But today, you could argue it was his best performance in the Chelsea shirt, in the cam role. So maybe that is the role for him, Gusto, Palmer at cam, Mudryk and Madueke around him, Jackson in front of him. Caicedo was also wonderful today. Caicedo was amazing. It was a really good performance in the first half. Now, moving on to the second half, the biggest thing, of course, here is the penalty issue. Palmer goes down in the box, no foul given, a play continues, then Madueke is brought down in the box, penalty given, and then there's a fight, alright? Madueke and Jackson are trying to get the penalty, they sort of agree with themselves, then of course Gallagher steps in, gives the ball to Palmer, which Gallagher, finally he's shown some leadership, some captain material. It just makes me even sad that we're probably going to sell him at the end of the season, but it is what it is. Or he'll just run down his contract, whatever. So Gallagher does the right captain thing, gives it to Palmer, but then when Palmer scores, which by the way, Palmer just scored again. I mean, he is 4 goals, it's unbelievable. He just won't miss a penalty. At this point, I'm scared that he's going to miss a penalty every single time, but he just doesn't miss. But after he scored, if you notice, neither Jackson nor Madueke went out to celebrate. You know, so there is an unresolved kind of conflict there. This has to be solved by Pochettino, in my opinion, quickly. We can't have disharmony in the squad this late in the season. We can't. We have to fix this up. I hope it's not much of an issue. I hope it's just a heat of the moment kind of thing. But we cannot have this issue in our squad. I am sensing in the last few weeks a sort of like, I wouldn't say jealousy, but a sort of Palmer arrogance and confidence, which, you know, Palmer is doing everything and the other players are like, oh, this guy's doing so well, I'm doing nothing. So, you know, I hope it's all in good spirits and stuff, because, you know, this could be bad. These signs are not great. Madueke and Jackson, you know, they're not trying to let Palmer get a fourth, and he is the designated penalty taker. He's trying to get to Haaland for the golden boot. So that was really selfish, and as Pochettino said, they were behaving like kids. I just hope Pochettino fixes this issue quick. It doesn't go into something long-lasting. Hopefully nothing bad happens. So, that's all for the penalty incident. Then Alfie Gilchrist. This was a good moment. Chilwell down the left wing. Again, the importance of the fullbacks, man. Chilwell takes a shot. It's saved. Alfie Gilchrist is there, again playing as a fullback. Scores for his first Chelsea goal. So that's another great career that has begun. Hopefully he goes on to score many more goals for Chelsea. This guy looks good, you know, as at right back, at centre back, whatever. Alfie Gilchrist looks like one for the future. And talking about the defense today, Chalobah and Silva was the centre back duo many guys were, you know, begging for on Twitter and stuff. We have to let these guys start, and finally they did. And you immediately see the stability at the back. Clean sheet. Disasi, Badia, Shile don't know how to play. This was the centre-back duo. If you guys remember, in that one season, when Monaco almost got relegated, they finished 16th or 15th or something like that. This was the centre-back duo then. So you can see their quality, man. Thiago Silva and Chalobah come in instantly, clean sheet. So hopefully this can be the centre-back partnership for the remaining 7 games. Now talking about the table, because Chelsea are still in 9th, but 3 points behind 6th. With a game in hand. You know, this just makes me think, if we hadn't drawn the Burnley and Sheffield games, we could have been 6th right now. As of now, we could have been 6th. But, you know, there's no point thinking about the past, because we have been given another lifeline. We have to make something happen out of this. This game, I know that we've had many one-offs like this, but this game has to be the start of something good. We need to have a good last 8 games of the season. +1 if we make the FA Cup final. And with the next game being the semi-final against City, we couldn't have entered the game with more confidence after this result. 6-0 against Everton. The squad's confidence should be brimming, you know, sky high. This is why I want Pochettino to fix this Jackson, Madueke, Palmer issue before the City semi-final. We don't want any disharmony in that final. We need to go into that game fully prepared. Because with this, you know, I'm confident. We haven't lost to City this season. This is it, man. We can do this. I think we can finish in the top 7. We can win the FA Cup. We have to do this stuff, guys. Talking about the fixtures, I know the next 5 fixtures are pretty difficult. But Arsenal have slipped up this weekend. We're on this good momentum. If we can have a decent semi-final game, I think we go grab a win at the Emirates, guys. I'm not even joking. I think we go grab a win at the Emirates. And just for people who don't know, I think since 2024, every single night game, like 8 PM UK time game, Chelsea have won. You know, I've been watching this trend. Every single night game, Chelsea have won, and that is what the Arsenal game is. So hopefully that means we're going to beat Arsenal. And if we do, then the confidence is going to start growing. Of course, we have the game in hand advantage over all of these teams. if we manage to finish 7th, and because of top 5 that ends up being a Europa League spot, and we win the FA Cup, man, I don't want to let myself go too far, but that is exciting to think about. So let's hope that happens, guys. This has to be the springboard to a great season, and hopefully this is what will happen. And thank you to Pochettino for finally assigning a penalty taker. Finally, we have an official penalty taker, as he says. So good job to Poch for that, but it was too late. You know, too many incidents have happened. Hopefully this stops. So that's all for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Hopefully Chelsea have a good end to the rest of the season. And I'll see you for the next video, guys, which is going to be after the Man City game. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.